What's up, Robbie?
What up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good now.
Good now?
Yeah,
Feeling much better?
yeah.
Did you get your colon cleaned out?
It was not the colon, dude. They went in or they went in orally.
How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of Bass and Beer Radio, Tackle Talk Tuesday. One of the rare episodes since we seem to be pretty inconsistent here recently, but we're working on that. Yeah, man, we're back. We're hanging out with Rob. We were supposed to go live. What's up, Jason? We were supposed to go live last Friday and do a hot wing challenge, and Rob found himself in the hospital before we even tried the hospitalizing hot wings. Which, in my opinion, is honestly a great thing because imagine if this would have happened like the day after you just ate a 7 million scone hot wing or
Yeah,
whatever heat rating.
dude.
Scovilles.
It was an experience, dude. So I don't know. I woke up in the morning and I felt nauseous, right? And I threw up, and the throw up was like really dark and like brownish. And then when I had a bowel movement, for lack of better words,
Amazing.
it was black.
Amazing.
So then, of course, I started Googling, and it started. Turns
Is
out,
this normal?
I think I put in a what is black stool, and it was like it's blood in your stool. So I was like, and then I was like, the throw up was kind of like brownish, but like looked like coffee grains in there, and that's blood in your throw up. So off to the emergency room, and wound up being a stomach ulcer, and they snaked me like a sewer line, basically. They cambered my insides.
Through the butthole, right?
No, dude. They put the thing in your mouth so you can't close it, and they give you a sedative, thank goodness. And they run a camera like they run it down through there and start looking for things to see what's wrong. And then
Aaron.
hold on just 1 second. Hey, answer that and tell our caller back.
Well, it's
Too late.
and
Huh?
Take your phone in here.
Huh? We you know we're live, right?
I know.
My wife is bothering me. Let me text her because my boss was calling. Well, it's been good, man. Did you fish the last Thursday nighter?
No.
That's the day it happened, actually, Thursday.
No. I haven't fished any of the Thursday nighters since the solstice. I really just like completely abandoned the GP altogether because it was just fishing like crap. But I went out there last week and definitely found some fish, found some good areas. So we might show up for the Thursday nighter. We're going to go back out and try to make sure that we can find a few fish tomorrow, maybe, and then we might show up for Thursday.
The fishing, the little that I have done, hasn't been that bad on the GP as everybody was making it out to be. It was pretty good. The last one that I fished, it was a couple 5 pound, no, almost 5 pounds. I think Paul weighed in a 4.5 pounder. Tom over and had a big fish. Wayne and Wayne's been killing it, dude. What they catch, like a 13 pound snakehead or something like that?
Yeah, 12.83 or 13, something like that. They've been very consistent this year. I think they've been in the money every single tournament.
Yeah,
If
they've been killing
I
it,
might
dude.
maybe I think every tournament.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, yep.
So
Even
they're
with
on
us,
something. They stay consistent. They put a lot of time on the water too, though. They
hmm
spend a lot of time out on the water.
yeah, dude. They can fish. That's the whole. That's how you. When I spent a lot of time on the waters when I was fishing really good. I mean, the Thursday nighter, me and my brother came in fourth. The last one that we fished, uh, we just our kicker was like 3.5 pounds, and our other two fish. So like our other two fish were bigger than everybody else's, but our kicker wasn't big. So Tom over and them's hard to beat too, though, dude. So
Another one that spends an amazing amount of time on the water.
yeah,
I just haven't had the I haven't had the desire to go out and fish as much here recently. I've been going to different places. I fished the flats a bunch. I fished the Bush River a little bit. Um, then I went back to the GP last
Hey,
week. One of the main reasons is because they need boats again.
yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this week, dude.
So they
Now,
got to get boats. So I just decided it's time to go try to find some fish back on in the gunpowder again. And I did find a lot of grass.
yeah. So, so the last time I went out, I found a bunch of grass too. It's not where I'm sure it's not where you went, but I was like, there's a lot of freaking grass. That was
Oh, it's a
where I
lot.
went. There was a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
ton.
I don't know your spot, but where I went was a lot. I know it's we're not talking about the same spot. Trust me. Hey, Jason, thank you, man. I said, been trying to figure out the flights. Matthew, been trying to figure out the flats. Might go back to the GP. At least I could catch it there. I heard so the flats are not. I heard the flats were fishing really good too, though. No,
Flats are fishing good.
yeah. Uh,
It's just
listen,
one day they're there, one day they're not. Trying to figure out why they're not there and where they go is the problem.
I think it's more learning the flats.
I haven't
There's
invested
there's
enough
people.
time. I've gone out and
Yeah,
gotten skunked there, and I've gone out and also tagged a bunch of them. So
right. So I don't know. The flats is not my. I don't know. It's cool. I like the back channel. Um, the back channel is pretty cool.
the flats gets the flats feels repetitive very quickly to me. One of my things with the flats is I feel like you go out there and it's just the same. It's not the same, but it's just the same
You can.
everywhere, and it's just kind of doing the same thing, just throwing a frog, uh, pitching into the weeds,
I think it is Zach. No, it's not. I don't know. I can't tell. Did you read the
and
comments?
yeah, and I don't know. To me, like it's what's up, Lou? What's up,
What up,
Zach?
Luke?
To me,
No.
it's good fishing, and there's bigger fish out there. It gets kind of repetitive, kind of quick though. It's just like everything looks the same. It's frogs and like flipping into holes in the grass. I mean, there's more to it, obviously, but that is a large majority of what it is, and it just kind of gets boring.
You can go up into the northeast for a change, and fish.
Obviously, that's because I'm not catching a bunch of 5 pounders. So,
No, there's 5 pounders up in the northeast too, for sure.
well, I absolutely know that. I'm just
Um,
saying I get bored because I'm not wrecking them like freaking
oh, I see what you're
Logan
saying.
and Victor do when they go out there. They just destroy them.
Yeah, yeah. They know. I think what people find something special inside all that grass, like maybe like they find a spot that's got like a depression or something that nobody has found yet. I don't know exactly how they do what they do because it's that's not how I fish, but they know something. They know something. That's
Reading
for
the
sure.
tide and being able to identify what fish are holding to.
What tide
It
is
could
not.
be it could be a certain grass type. It could be a certain depth. It could be a certain grass type in a certain depth. I think some guys just have those things really dialed in.
Hmm.
Like I feel like going like taking notes for years would be beneficial, but I don't have the I just don't have the ability to just do that.
I've been taking notes for years, man. It's not my style. That's not what I'm a flipper, man. I like to flip, dude. Catching them in the grass is fun on a
I
frog.
think a
That's a
lot of
fun
people are
day.
flipping in those pockets out there. They flip. They're just not flipping on hard structure and laydowns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Punching. You can punch the grass.
They're flipping in them holes, the openings in the
Yeah,
grass.
yeah, yeah. That's basically what that's punching. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad idea. I might try to go do some punching.
I had to go out there and refresh
I don't know.
myself after the GP failed me, or I failed myself on the GP. Let's put it that way. Um,
GP man, I think Jake. Jake Martin. I don't know if Jake's on.
He's
been
on something
smashing.
good. I talked to
Yeah.
him the other week when I seen him. I said, I don't understand why you're not fishing the Thursdays. Every time I see a picture of you, you're holding a 4-pounder. I was like, you bring one of them in. I mean, you're probably going to cash a check. You bring a 4-pounder back. There's a good chance, anyways.
You got your kicker, and you just got to look
Yeah.
for
You
two
got
other
a
good
kicker.
fish.
You got a 4-pound kicker right there, which is also probably could be big
Big bass.
bass.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then you just got to catch your other two.
I don't think. I think the. Oh, there we go, Zach. It's a blue moon apparently. Go ahead.
What's a blue moon?
They. Zach asked, "Was you drinking a Bud Light?"
No.
I thought you seen that question. Lou, you fishing Thursday? Are you back to fishing?
Yeah,
now?
Lou, you back to fishing yet during the days? Or you still on nights? If he's even still watching, it gets tough though. The sun it has to start earlier because the sun starts to go down, and so it gets harder for guys to make the tournaments. And then I mean, people just lose interest over time as well. They got shit going on. It turnout this year seemed to be low compared to last year.
Depends on how your day at work went too. Sometimes, like man,
Right.
sometimes depending on what kind of day. Oh,
What's up, Evan?
What's up, G? What's up, brother? Dude, you want to fish Thursday, Evan? Let's see what he said.
I'm going out tomorrow.
Are you? Are you off work or you going after work?
I'm going after.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there and try to see what's out there. If I can get on something that's solid, I'll probably show up for the Thursdays.
Yeah.
I just got to tell myself to not sting them. Just get a couple blow ups and leave. I kind of know where I'm gonna go though.
It's going to be a different tide by Thursday.
Right.
What, 2 hour different? 2 hour. Yeah, I think because hour different each day. Like high tide will be an hour, I think later each day. I'm not exactly sure. I got a tide clock. Dude, when I just like fun fish anymore, if the tide's not right, I don't even bother going until the tide is right. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like
Mhm.
it's like if I wake up, yeah, I think I could do it Thursday. I'll let you know. All right, cool. Let me know, Evan.
Oh hell yeah, we making hookups on Bass and Beer Radio.
Shit, me and Evan been fishing.
Yeah, I know.
Been
We're getting the
fishing
band back together.
Right? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you wake up and it's like slack tide at like 6 o'clock in the morning, you might as well.
Yeah,
to
you
the
might as well
boat.
roll over and come back out around
Yeah,
8.
come back out at 7. Yep. Yep. Be back
Um,
at 7 when the tide starts getting good.
You know what? I tell you what. Every time I like text Scuba Steve and I'm like, yeah, let's go fish, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, meet me at the ramp at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock or something. I'm like, all right. And then I'll like turn my phone on or like look at my phone. And it's always like gonna be slack tide within the hour of when me and him go fish. And I'm like, why is it like this every time?
Yeah, by the time you get your boat and all in the water, it's going to be slack, and then you're going to just almost.
So like here's the
You're gonna
question
dick
though.
around for
Something that how long does slack tide normally last?
an hour.
Is it?
Hmm.
I feel like sometimes I've like reached that slack tide point and then it just started dumping out right away. Or it started coming in right away. And then there's other times where I felt like it was just never going to start moving again.
Well, that might have just been more current than the tide, like depending on if it was like windy or something like that, it could be blowing it out. So
Joshua says
said
45
45
minutes.
minutes. 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. 45 minutes of
It's a
pain.
good time to sit down, eat a
Eat your
sandwich, get yourself replenished. I'll tell you what, like, I don't know if you're like me. I can't fish if I'm hungry. I can't.
Jason said it's 36 minutes. Seems to be like an hour to me, but I don't know. I don't know. I always thought it was
Okay.
an hour.
He says it's been switching over quicker on the Potomac lately. It may be the moon phases.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. Have a beer.
Yeah, Not me.
Have a
man.
beer, drink a sandwich, drink a water, replenish yourself, get yourself rehydrated, food
think
in
you
your
said
stomach for the other half of the day or whatever else you got going on. That's I mean I would agree that's the time to do it. One of the things that I will say right now though, if Tony was here, I think Tony would argue.
What? Oh, he fishes slack.
Tony,
Yeah.
Tony, like I mean, we all fish slack. You're not just
No, he
gonna
likes
sit there
slack.
and do nothing.
Yeah,
But
he
he
said you
likes
could-
slack. He's like, yeah, if the winds blow, it's good. The biggest ones eat on slack. I haven't found that to be true personally.
me either.
But you will have other people tell you that the biggest ones do eat on slack. I've heard multiple people say that. It's never been my experience.
Yeah, I don't. It's never been my experience.
Was it slack tide when you caught your PB?
Who, me?
Yes, sir. I'm not
Oh,
talking
no,
to anybody else on the
It was.
show right now.
It was. Well, I thought somebody might have commented or something. No, it was actually high tide, which I don't like fishing high tide as much as low tide. I like fishing low tide, because I feel, because I'm a flipper, and I feel when that tide gets low, they group up. So, like, say you're in say you're in the forbidden zone, and that tide gets low. They group up. Well, forbidden zone's a bad example. Let's say you're in like one of the canals or something, and the tide gets low. They group up on the deeper spots because they can't. When it's high tide, they can spread out wherever they want to go. You know what I mean? But when it's low tide, they get bunched up. So, but it was actually my PB was high tide. You remember the video?
I feel like high tide. I feel like high tide was part of the reason that you caught that fish where it was though, because it was high. It was able to come up into a more shallow area that you wouldn't normally be casting into.
It was only a little bigger than my. So both of them were like close to 7 pounds. Both my PB, and then I broke my PB by like an ounce or two. But they were both-
Outgoing tide.
So I caught outgoing tide is what I was about to say. I caught the first PB, and that one the one now was only a little bigger, but I caught my first PB on an outgoing tide, and that's my favorite tide to fish is an outgoing tide, dude. And then there's something people don't think about, and I was thinking about this the other day. When that tide's going out, it brings in that clearer water too, and that cooler water because it's pulling it from falls, from big falls. As it's going out. So, yeah, outgoing tide for sure, dude.
Yeah, I like an outgoing, a high outgoing tide.
A quick tide.
I don't mind a low incoming tide either, though. But I don't like. Why am I brainstorming on it? I don't like the major flood tides.
Oh God, dude, I hate a flood tide.
The major flood tides are no good to me. I don't enjoy the major flood tides. And to be honest with you, I don't enjoy fishing the major low tides either. When it's just nothing but mud.
I like fishing the major low tides. Dude.
I don't.
Me personally.
I don't know. I just feel like, well, in the GP specifically, you're just dragging prop everywhere. So it's just shitty.
Well, I can get through there.
Yes. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
And then,
I built my boat for those reasons. Right.
I just find that having a little bit of water so they can move, have a little bit of cover, and that moving current is just the best. But you don't want to have too much water. But you don't want to have too little water either.
No, I'll take it as shallow as I'll take it shallow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Just me personally, because of the way that I fish, like I like a really low tide. And the outgoing is probably the best.
See, some of the stuff you like to fish though isn't even in the water in those tides though.
Right. That's actually a good thing. You missed my point that I said earlier. They got to group up and they can only go certain spots. You know what I'm saying? Unless they moved out with the tide, but a lot of them don't. They stack up on certain spots because it's the only water deep enough for them to be on. So on the high tide, they spread out, dude. When the tide is high.
I mean, I know when the tide is high, they spread out. I know when it's
So what do
low,
you
they're
think they
more
do when
grouped
it gets
together.
low? Right.
Obviously, they get more grouped together, But when all of your structure and everything is out of the water and it's just a big mud pit in the channel, what are you casting at? You're just going to go to, you got to go to a specific, you got to go to a specific spot, specific point of structure that's in deeper water.
Well, you're saying there's no water at all. Well, you can't fish that. There's no water at all.
I'm talking about the GP's dramatically low tides.
You're talking about when there's no water at all. No.
That's what we get a lot of times. How many times do we fish a Thursday nighter where everybody is just dredging everywhere they go?
Dude, the last Thursday nighter that I fished was like that.
A lot of them are like that because the summer tides are dog shit.
Fishing was good on that Thursday nighter, dude. Look, there was no 5-pounders caught. There was a bunch caught.
No, it was a good weight. I think it's been close to 10 pounds almost every week, hadn't it?
Yeah. I think it was like 9 something. Yeah. That I think Tom Over and I won it. Dude, I was going by Paul and I was like, dude, it was high tide was like this deep. And I was like, dude, this is high tide. You better get out of here now and get back to the boat ramp. And I'm looking for Paul, and then he finally comes back, and his shorts are all wet. And I was like, what happened? He was like, I had to get out and push. And
Got stuck.
He was like, I should have left when you told me to. Yeah, and, get stuck back there, dude. People have been stuck back there for a couple hours before.
Where?
Well, at that, I don't want to say where Paul was, but.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like over across Days Cove or something. There's been people stuck in there for much longer than that.
I got a video where I was stuck in there. Yeah. Probably like about 2 or 3 years ago. I got stuck back in there.
Evan, you act like I haven't been fishing the GP for 8 years, and I don't know where every deep spot there is in there.
Hey, Evan. Shh.
Oh, I'm sure I know exactly where you guys go. I just probably float right over top of it and don't think anything of it.
Dude, you was fishing that one.
What's up, Roy?
I want to say where everybody fishing. Roy, what's up, brother? You was fishing that one spot hard, like a couple, 2 years ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I haven't done nothing there either.
No.
Mm-mm. Not the other day when I went out, anyways. It was a incoming tide. It wasn't an outgoing tide.
Dude, it's weird too. So I don't know, and I'm weird because I like muddy water as well. So low tide with muddy water, and if they're not biting into muddy water, then you know they're on the clear side. So that's how I'll put it together.
Anytime there's muddy water or clear water, I instinctively just pick to go to clear water every time. I'm not saying that's the correct thing to do. That's just what I do.
Well, remember what Denny Brower told us. He was like, the hotter it is, the muddier I'll take the water. He said it, the water's colder, then he'll fish. He'll rather fish clear water. So
why do you think that is?
Oh, the sunlight penetrating. So the fish would be, I don't know, actually, because you think the clear water side is cooler. I have no idea. We should have asked him why, but that's what he said. I think he said if it was 50 or 60 degrees water temp or above, he prefers muddy water. If it was below that, clear water. So I don't know. That's a good question to ask him. I'm going to ask him, dude.
We need to reach back out too. I want to, I'd like to get Matt back on the show here soon. Catch up with Matt.
Heron?
Yes, sir.
I talked to him not long ago.
Probably shoot him a message right now. He might jump on. I know he's been out fishing, fishing the northern lakes that he likes to fish. Caught a couple nice smallmouth today.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, are they fishing the tournament? Because he's not going to jump on the fishing.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if he's maybe this weekend. Not right now. If anything, he's probably pre-fishing.
Dude, did you see the Bill Lowen on Chris Aldane's podcast? That shit was great.
No.
Did you see Chris Aldane freaking? That's probably old now.
I don't watch. I haven't been watching any of these podcasts or anything here recently.
You've been watching any fishing at all? Just the tournaments?
No.
Really?
It's all been work, chickens, and house stuff.
But Matthew Downs
what's up, Matt?
What up, Matt? Um,
Matt,
and you
what's new?
do.
What's new in your hood, man? How's everything coming in your edge of the woods in the house and the business? How's everything going? He's always got some type of sick boat build going on. His last video went freaking viral.
Yeah. He told me, he was like, "Dude, did you see I got a video going viral?" I was like, "No, but
Yeah.
congrats, man, congrats." And then what happened was a guy I know. Remember, I was doing my boat around the same time. So a guy I know doesn't ain't like into that stuff, but he seen the viral video, so he sent me a link. He's like, "You gotta step your game up. Check this out." And I was like, "Yeah, I know that, dude."
I like it.
I told Matt that. I told Matt.
So the challenge is on. Roy says you got to target those 3 foot cuts inside the grass mats. Grass is filtering out the mud. The bass are stacking on those ditches. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Point, Roy.
Have you ever thought that grass is just too thick for bass sometimes, though?
I don't know, because that cheese grass is really good, and that those cheese mats, and they're really thick, dude. They got a lot of cheese on top of them.
I've looked at some grass sometimes, and I'm like, how's a fish even get in that?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know, man. I do not know, brother. I know I'm ready to get back to fishing and making videos again, man.
Did you do any pre-fishing this week for Thursday, or are you just gonna go out? You're just gonna go out and
Is it
just
okay to
winging it?
cuss now? How far are we? Dude, I stopped shitting blood today.
Oh, that's fantastic! I'm glad you shot it. I'm glad you stopped shitting blood today.
So I obviously haven't been pre-fishing. Yeah, finally. Dude, I was so happy to see that it was finally all cleared out. So it was a terrible experience, dude. Let's put it that way.
You gotta take care of yourself now.
Yeah.
You could cauterize those issues with some of the hot sauce.
The drinking, dude. The drinking. So what? Well, yeah, you could, because like the hot sauce and the spicy food and stuff caused the ulcer, but throwing up from drinking made it bleed.
Ugh, that's
Mm,
nasty.
yes.
That didn't feel good at all.
Oh, dude. I thought I was going to die. I was praying to God. God, help me, please.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's like, So I'm done with drinking, dude. They detoxed me at the hospital, and I don't plan on going back to drinking no time soon, dude. I'm done with it.
Good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm done. So now I get back focused on what I should have been doing in the first place.
Just to flip around and find out, and you found
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, found out the hard way. Ah, shit, man. Leave that. Better leave it alone. Okay.
Well, we're glad you're feeling better, Riverboat Robbie, and looking
glad.
forward to seeing you back at the boat ramp again.
Yeah, dude. I only fished 2 Thursday nighters.
You still on call?
No.
Okay.
Douglas has got it. Boy,
So you're
Douglas has
available.
got it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, you coming on Friday?
Yeah. I'm not eating no wings.
No, I'm not. You can have a plain wing.
I'll eat a barbecue wing, maybe. I don't even know if
I don't even know if I would do the barbecue wing, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was you, I'd just be eating like corn or something for the rest of my life. Like
I had
eat some celery sticks, some asparagus.
Yeah, that's what I've been eating. And I had garlic lemon chicken. That must.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yesterday, and then I had scrambled eggs and what the hell did? Oh, it was scrambled eggs and mushrooms and some cherry tomatoes. So I can't eat all that good old cheesesteaks and all like I was eating Fridays at GP's.
What's GP's?
Yeah, that's why I was just wondering exactly. So.
Fridays at the Gunpowder. You know, I used to fish most Friday nights until we started Bass and Beer Radio, and then it was just kind of a pain in the ass to make it back in the house by 8 o'clock.
Dude, it was
just say pose.
It was nice when you were live streaming the weigh-ins, dude.
Yeah,
I did a couple last year. I live streamed when you weren't there. I fished every Thursday nighter last year.
I had plans to put the microphones and everything on Scott. I still have the microphones to put on Scott. I put them on
Oh.
Zachary when Zachary was there.
Yeah, I know he gave it to me when we were done. He was like, "Give this to Chad," like he was like, he knew. Shit.
So that was supposed to go a little bit better than it did this year. But hey, man, things change. You make plans and the plans don't work out, and it's all good.
Yeah,
You just keep on keeping on, figure out different things to do. Fishing season gets busy. Guys are busy with the tournaments and everything. We definitely seem to be most active in the wintertime when everybody's just hanging out and we all just want to talk about fishing because we can't go fishing.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Roy, you gonna fish any of the Thursday nighters? Well, he's got that mud motor, so Roy, I don't know if he's still on. I don't think I've seen Roy talk to Roy all the time when I see him at the boat ramp, but I don't think he has fished any Thursday nighters, has he?
No, he is not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Roy, man, you should start fishing them, dude.
Zach, go ahead, build one.
What's Zach doing?
This is a Lock Raven boat setup.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
Build one. It would be sick. Don't cheap
Is it-
out though.
Isn't it hard to get like the permit though? Like they're all like everybody has them already or whatever. To use the boat ramp.
I don't
If
think
I remember
so.
correct, man, I haven't fished Loch Raven in like 8 years, so
I don't think so.
no. I used to go down there and rent one of those boats from the boat rental.
Are you guys a fan of the Raven? Oh yeah,
What's
we like Lock Raven. Why do you say shit like that?
Oh, the Raven.
Yeah,
Oh. I thought it was a swim bait, dude.
that's what I said. I thought he was talking about a freaking crossbow for a second. I'm like, why?
Let's go fish the Raven this weekend.
Yeah, no, we like Lock Raven. Lock Raven's a good fit. We don't fish it too often. We're mostly out on the boats in tidal water. I can't put my boat in Lock Raven, but yeah, Lock Raven's good. Definitely good fishery. A lot of big fish in there. Good swim bait fishery.
I had a lot of luck in that where the fishing center is. As soon as you leave the fishing center, that little creek to the right, a few years back, I used to go there and rent one of the boats from the fishing center and fish Loch Raven. That's a
2
pain in the
years
ass
or
trying
8
to-
years?
Oh, it was like 8 years ago, dude. Did I say 2?
You said
Nah,
2. I was like, you just said
Nah.
8.
Nah, it was probably like 8 years ago for real.
Yeah.
And then I learned a very valuable lesson, right? Because I got there one time and didn't have no boats left, only kayaks. So I was like, all right, I'll rent a kayak then. And I got on a kayak, I had shorts on. It's like 100 degrees. My legs were so freaking burnt up, dude. It was crazy, man. But it's some good fish in there, man. There's some really good fish in there.
So, what do we have to look forward to this Friday? It'll be me, you, Tony, and Paul. Oh, what are those?
That's a DT6 and Bleeding Olive Shiner.
Ooh, I got something to show you guys. Hang on.
It's going to be a swim bait. Probably. I got this. We got a spook, kick knocker, and a vixen all tangled up together. Wonder what Chad's going to get. I bet it's a. Yep.
Zachary called it. He's like $200 swim bait for sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yo, I gotta pee real quick, but I'll be right back. Is it a two? Is it? Are those like $200, dude?
Pretty close to it.
Damn, man.
So we got a mail call. Our good friend, I got a tag of Mr. Jim Fallon, sent this out to me to toss around. This is the
nice.
Bull Shed resin 6-inch trick shed that Mike just dropped probably a month or two ago.
Oh, that's what's
And this thing is absolute hammer. I haven't thrown it yet, but Mike makes one of my favorite glide baits, and I absolutely cannot wait to work this thing. Got
Yeah,
that
you
in the
got-
mail the other day.
You gotta get a triple trout, dude.
A what?
A triple trout.
I have a triple trout.
Do you for real? A real one?
Yeah, I have
How
a
much
real
was
triple
it?
trout. What's
much
this?
How much was the triple trout? That's a Mike Buka bait too, right?
Probably like $80 or something like that. No, this is not Mike Buca.
No?
No.
What is that? I don't
Look
know
at it.
swim baits like that. Wait a minute, you get a triple trout for $80?
Back then, it's
Oh,
only
back
like a
then.
6-inch triple trout.
I was gonna say because they're like, how much would it is a triple trout now?
I have no idea. I have
I
no idea.
think it's
This
like
this is a
$1,000
fish
or something.
everything hater. This fish everything. Fish everything hater. This is a 4 to 5 foot diving multi-joint bait from Victor Depp.
Oh, is that one of Victor's baits?
Yeah, this is one of Victor's baits. But I bought it from Jesse from Swimbait Worldwide on Facebook. He was selling it. Picked it up for a nice crispy $75. Pretty good deal. So
Dude,
I'll be throwing that around.
how many swim bait boxes do you have, dude?
Swim bait boxes?
Yeah, like boxes for tackle boxes.
I only have one, but it's really big, so I can keep multiple swim baits in it at a time. And there's just I have so many swim baits. There's no reason to carry all of them with you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So in the swim bait game, what do you do? Like, just how do you decide which one you want to throw?
I mean, for me, it kind of just depends on what I'm around. You know what I mean? If I'm around grass edge, like if I'm around a deep grass edge, I'll throw something on the outside of the grass edge. Everything that I have pretty much has treble hooks. You know what I mean? So grass is good, but grass is bad. You got to be able to stay on the outside of that grass edge, and/or if you have grass that's submerged under the water, I'll throw like like a high float glide bait, something of that, or a wake bait that's just right over top of that grass.
Oh yeah.
It's all about where you are. If you're fishing deep water, you want a glide bait that sinks deeper, or you want a bait that has a lip on it that pulls it down deeper.
Dude, I got a Chad shad, and I got some the Mega Bass. How's the Mega Bass?
The
one
Mega
called?
Bass eye slide.
No, the other one, the Mega Bass, the one Chris Aldane,
Oh, a mag draft.
Mag Draft, and I have some S waivers, and I have what's the one the Nessies or whatever the hell they're called. That's about it. That's my whole swim bait.
S waivers and mag drafts are perfect. Go out there with a S waiver tied on. Go out there with a mag draft tied on, and just throw them. You'll figure out what situations work better.
Dude, I pick up the swim bait and throw it a few times, put it back down, then I start back flipping or throwing a spinner bait.
I don't have it in here with me right now. I have it tied on currently, but in a box that I got in the mail the other week, I purchased a Clutch Eco glide bait. It's a 6-inch glide bait, and I was tossing that around on the GP the other day, and I caught 2 nice largemouth on
it. Yo, did you see the text? Tony's already started on the hot sauce challenge. He said
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
yo, I gotta pee real quick, Chad. I'll be right back, dude.
Okay.
I'm 50 years old, so I'll pee real quick, but I'll try to be as quick as I can.
But for anybody that's listening, man, yeah, swim baits. Start off something basic, a S waiver, a mag draft. Go out and throw it on grass lines. One second. Okay. My doggy's at the vet and she's getting some work done. So I just got an update and I was reading it. And that's more important than anything in the world. But yeah, mag drafts, S waivers, perfect starting glide baits. Perfect starting baits. Go out there, throw them around grass, around laydowns. It's the drawing power. It's not one of those baits where you kind of just throw it right in front of their face. They come out of the laydown for a bait like that. You're pulling them out of the laydown with the drawing power of one of those baits, which is what happened to me on the GP last week. I went out there and went over to an area where we have a lot of laydowns, and I had this. I mean, literally, I had just tied it on. I think I had 3 casts with this brand new Clutch Eco 6-inch in Pro Blue. And I threw it. I did not think for 1 second I was going to catch a fish on it. I didn't. I just threw it out there because I was just trying to get used to working the bait. If you throw glide baits, you understand that each glide bait has a different sink rate. It works differently with your reel chops, yada, yada, yada. So I was just getting used to this thing, and I threw it out there, and I was just kind of watching it where I was, doing some different stuff with it, seeing how it ran or how fast it sunk, and had two huge bass come out, and one of them smacked this thing, and I pulled him out. I say huge, they were 3 pounds. Came out, smacked this thing, caught him, cast back out later on, caught another one. Don't know if it was the one that was wolf packing with the other 3-pounder, but there's a drawing power to it. That was great. And by the way, that also moved that bait up into one of my more favorite baits as well.
Dude, I agree with Matthew, dude. That, you know, like, so buy a ton of tackle over the years, and then I wind up throwing the same things. I'm going to throw a spinner bait. I'm going to flip. I'm going to frog. I'm going to throw a jig. We're just flipping, or flip well, almost forget about what else I flip, and that a buzz bait, a popper, a walking bait. You know, with they're hitting top water.
Where? On the GP?
Yeah. Yep.
Times have changed. It's not the same grass anymore.
No, I'm talking about if they're biting top water.
Yeah.
Most likely, I'll be flipping or throwing a spinner bait, dude, or a chatter bait. Just the basics, dude. It's more locating fish that are biting than anything else. You know, it's finding the fish.
It's fine. It's putting time on the water. We're gonna wrap this up here in just a couple of minutes.
What,
Tony's comment says, Matt, he says, time on the water is the best way to get there. Head down and fish
100%.
day in and day out. That's what all the hammers do. And that is what all the hammers do. Truthfully, I think we've talked about this on the podcast a few times. It's really hard to compete with individuals that can go out and fish the water 4 and 5 days out of the week.
Dude, when I was on top of my game, I was fishing. You would not go to the boat ramp and not see my truck there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Paul?
Oh, what's good, brother?
Yeah. It's hard to compete with individuals, in my opinion, that are fishing the flats or fishing the GP 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 3 days a week even. They're putting the time in, they're figuring stuff out compared to the guy that goes out there on a Wednesday and then tries to commit and fish a tournament on Saturday. You got to be out there 2, 3 days. Figure out it's a revolving door.
Well, 100%.
So if you don't have the time or the drive, you're not going to be as successful, in my opinion.
Paul said Tom and Nick fish 1 day a week. Hey, look, I barely fish, and I called them on the last Thursday nighter.
Tom and Nick do not fish 1 day a week.
They might, dude.
Maybe Nick. Tom fishes almost every day.
Does he?
Yes.
I don't know because I'm not out every day to see him, but usually when I'm out there, I see him. No.
And if he's not fishing, he's crabbing.
Dude, I used to fish every freaking chance I had. I fished the GP. When I was putting out a lot of videos, you guys seen the videos, so you know. But yeah, I plan on getting back to that, dude. That's the plan. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey Tony, how was those tacos, dude?
Yeah, those tacos were on fire. But yeah, to clear up, Tom, I don't know so much about Nick. Tom definitely fishes more than 1 day a week.
Yeah.
And on the GP as well.
I know usually when I'm out there, I see them. So I don't know.
I have barely even been fishing, and I've run into them out there.
Well, the last time I fished was Thursday night or so. They would have been, yeah. I think they were there. So, yeah. 1 day on the GP. Paul's saying they fish 1 day on the GP to fish other places.
They put more time in than 1 day on the GP to find the fish that they're fishing. I promise you.
No, that's not true. Dude.
I don't really care. I know. I literally Snapchat Tom every single day. So,
but they know the river like I didn't fish for a while, and I still go out and catch a limit. You know what I mean? Because of some of the things I know about the river, but they know the river. So
Very well.
I
Very
think if they
well.
didn't fish it all week, they still do well on the
Very
Friday
well.
nighter. But they put in that time on the water to know it the way
Well,
they
there was
know
more time on the water put in more towards the beginning of the season than now. Yes, they've been fishing Wingo more because of the Wingo derbies.
it. Mm.
But ahead of time, they fished a lot more than one day.
I know
And
Wingo
when you
wins.
find an area that has grass and whatnot in it, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be more concentrated fish there. And they're good with a frog. They're good with everything. They're good at what they do.
Yeah. It was funny, dude, because I caught my kicker in front of them, and Tom was like, "You care if we jump in front of you?" And I was like, "Nah, you go ahead if you want." He was just joking. He was just joking, right? And then they come in with I think maybe the biggest fish in the tournament. And I was like, dude, did you have that fish when you passed me by? He was like, nah, dude. He was like, we didn't have crap. And they went and they smashed it. I know. Oh, never mind. But yeah, that was fun. I'm looking forward to Thursday night and getting back to fishing. Yeah.
Oh. Well, we'll figure it out. I'm going to go out and fish tomorrow and figure out if I'm going to be fishing on Thursday or night, but I'm ready to wrap it up.
All right. Hey, man, it was good catching up with you, Chad, man. It's been a while.
Yes, sir. It's been a while. We'll be back for Friday, some more Friday night shenanigans. Me and Tony might do the wing challenge. Rob, you might just have to watch us die.
I don't say I can't do it. I might be able to talk my son into coming or something like that, and he can hang. My son could definitely hang, dude, but I doubt he'll want to do it. I think he has to work Saturday. So.
All right, brother. Well, I will catch you later. Everybody, we will see you
Hey,
guys
Chad.
on Friday. Yes, sir.
Real quick, man, get you some ice cream.
Who?
You for the wing challenge, dude. Trust
Ice
me.
cream?
It's a Gordon Ramsay tip right there for you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need something.
Yeah. Get you a nice gallon of ice cream for when your mouth is burning, dude. Eat that ice cream. Well, I'll be there. We'll see. I'll bring some ice cream for you, dude.
All right.